let's dig right into it. My 2026 luxury wish list. Now, this is a mix of bags, shoes, clothes, all the things that I got my eye on for this year. Now, I may not get everything, but I'll definitely, I feel like, get 3 or 4 pieces from here as I'm inspired as the months go by. So let's start with bags, because that's my favorite topic ever. And we're going to start with one of the most iconic that you've probably seen on quite a few of the girlies. And I do feel a little bit basic for this being like my number one bag that I really want to get. But I want the Chanel 25 small, so bad. I'll of course overlay a picture, but I just feel like, and I made little notes. I feel like it's so cute when you make notes. Like I feel more like professional about why I wanted it. But basically, I feel like it's a modern take on Chanel, which is like usually very classic. And so like the silhouette of it is very like relaxed and slouchy, so you can use it for every day, but it still has that like polished, quilted texture that Chanel is known for. It's hard to come by. I know there were a couple Chanels that I went to when I was in Paris and they did not have them. I want black. It has to be black and gold hardware. There's no other option. That's the only one that I see. I'm not interested in burgundy and like all the other things. I want black with gold hardware. When the price, 6,400 big ones. 6,400. Chanel said, I feel like that's a little pricey, but I will get it this year. For sure. At some point or another, I will get that bag. Okay. And then we have the Ferragamo Hug Shearling bag. Now, this one is probably because it's so cold here in Charlotte. And I'm just in like a very like snowy, soft shearling mood. I'm in the market for also shopping for a fur coat. So I've been feeling very like fluffy. And the Ferragamo Hug bag in general is like chef's kiss. The shape is beautiful. But I saw this one girl with it on while she was skiing. And the color and the tones and the lining just spoke to me. And I feel like it's like a warm girl, a cozy girl statement bag without being too much. I will say I've bought 2 other Jacquemus bags that were both shearling and literally never wore them. Bought a Brandon Blackwood that was shearling, never wore that either. Or maybe wore it like once or twice. So I don't have a great track record with these kind of bags. So not really sure if this is just like the bag is a dopamine rush for me, or this is like a real like intention to buy. Not sure yet. And the price tag on that one is $3,500. Then we have the Balenciaga Bel Air bag. If you were following my trip to Paris, you know I have the Bel Air bag in small, and it's like a sage croc color. Gorgeous. Like, we'll wear that for like every day luxury stuff. But hear me out. I want the black or black croc, the largest size, as a travel bag. I have the YSL, I can't remember the name of it, the largest YSL travel bag, and I usually use that as my travel bag. Like, it's huge. I'll put a video over it. I usually use that as my travel bag. I've had it for like the last 3 years. I'm thinking this is my new travel bag. I love that it's kind of like, once again, the vibe of an approachable Berkey. I think the shape and the pouches add so much uniqueness. It's a statement piece without being too much. It can also handle, from what it looks like, the ruggedness of travel, you know? So very much want that one. And the price tag on that is $5,300. And then we have the Attico. I love the shape of this bag. It's their La Passeggiata. And I like the one in small khaki, but I also like their yellow and black one, like leopard snakeskin print. And that is unlike anything that I've talked about just now, but I'm like, I also just don't want to go fully neutral for the whole year. Like I want a statement bag of some kind with an interesting shape or color or texture or all three of those together. So I thought the Attico might be a good place to start with the La Passeggiata. I love saying that. That bag, and the price tag is $1,590. Then we have Anima Iris's bags. I've been eyeing them for a while and waiting for a silhouette to come out that kind of goes with my overall vibe. And then she came out with the like limb tote, and it has this kind of like wavy top that I really like that creates like a fun shape. In case you're not like seeing a pattern here, I'm very big on like a bag has to have the silhouette, the shape, the texture, the color. Like those are kind of like my 4 check boxes that when I'm buying luxury items, I like look for. It has to have like one of those 3 things or 4 things. And I can't decide, but I love her hide collection of the limb tote. There's so many of these colors that I want. I'm gonna overlay pictures of them, but literally like I'm obsessed. I want the largest, because it's gonna be like a carry-all. And that price tag is $995, which I love. I mean, this is so beautiful. Now this is like an older Chanel design from a while ago. They're like filigree vanity bags. And I want some shape or type of that. I just don't know if I'm willing to fully commit to a filigree vanity case. I'm not sure. I have like a cute little like Amazon one that I wear all the time. So theoretically, I would wear this one too. But sometimes I find that when I buy like a lookalike, like a look for less, and then I buy the real thing, I never want to bring the real thing out of my closet. Like it almost sits like as a showcase bag. I sold like 19 or co-signed 19 bags to the Real, and literally I'd say 17 of them still had tags on them, had never been worn. Louis Vuitton, Dior, Alexander Wang, Prada, Fendi, like it was unacceptable. So I'm really being a lot more judicious about my luxury purchases this year, because it's like, these are not meant to just sit in a display case in your closet. That's not what this is for. Like you need to wear your bags. And so I'm trying to get wearability out of them, yes, but I still want things to be fun and exciting. I don't want everything to become minimalist and Scandinavian. Like I love good tailoring, but it's like I don't want to just become like a monochrome girl who looks like she works at MAC in all black. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So I want to get potentially a Chanel quilted vanity case. And I'd have to get that secondhand because they no longer produce these directly from Chanel. And that would run me, if I were to get the small, about $2,800. So not too bad. Not too bad. I would likely get the black on black or the black on beige. I just wonder if I'd have issues styling that particular type of beige. Like it's just such a preppy vibe. Like I'd have to make sure I was able to actually like wear it for real instead of it sitting there yet again. And then last but not least on the bag front is such a cute bag, and I'm like annoyed with the Micro Nia because I've had 2 or 3 of them and they're just so small. Like they're not practical in any way, shape, or form. Like it just doesn't make logistical sense. It doesn't fit anything. So I had bought it in silver, I had bought it in black, and I think one other color, but they just came out with it in mink, in this beautiful brown mink. And given I'm going into my fur era and that fur might be chocolate, can you imagine these two together? But I also have to stop buying bags that I can only envision with one outfit. Like one thing that really helped me when I was in Paris, not overbuy, is whenever I wanted something, I'd make myself plan it out and literally put it in Canva with 3 different outfits. So I have to stop buying bags with just one outfit in mind. There needs to be multiple. And right now I can only think of the Brandon Blackwood Microneo bag with this one coat. Like only when I wear this coat. So I don't know. But let's get into clothes. Okay, this dress from Diara Blue. I have another Diara Blue dress and it's kind of like a caftan vibe. Gorgeous. Like the silhouette is just beautiful. The last time I had it on, I was headed to an Alexander McQueen event here in Charlotte. And I ate that look up. But this dress adds like both kind of the tubiness and also this like scarf, this draping that adds class. And it's like removable so you can pick and choose. I just feel like this would be so cute on vacation. Very my style. Like just gorgeous silhouette and tailoring. Still a little modest, like not doing too much, but still exuding like decadence, elegance while on vacay and still being comfortable. That's the number one thing. And then that price tag, I forgot to pull that up. That price tag is not bad at all, $375. So that'll be on its way soon. Won't be on my wish list for long. I saw Clark in this double belt trench from Ghani. It is like, I'm obsessed. It's like $875 here, but it's a lot less overseas. When I was in Paris, I saw it several times and it was like 700 euros or something like that. 695, 700 euros. And I was like, I should get this. And then like things just got away from me. I never ended up picking it up. But I just love the double belt detail. I love the like voluminousness of the sleeves. Everything about this is so gorgeous to me, but it's competing with a Damson Matter trench that I also really like. That's even less. So I'm gonna overlay that so you guys can see the like pleated detailing of this like Sophia coat. And you guys can tell me which one you like more, the double belt with like puffy sleeves, or do we prefer the Damson Matter Sophia trench with the pleats? I don't know. Maybe it's not a fair comparison, but I don't think there's any point in buying both trenches. And then the one that I'm looking at, the Damson Matter one, is at Harvey Nichols for only $187. So it's like, I don't know, but it's like they're doing 2 different things. One is like a little bit more calm and elegant, the Damson Matter, but I also love that it has DM inscribed here, which are my initials. Damson Matter obviously DM stands for Damson Matter, but it could also stand for Danielle Milton, and that's why I was like, I think I kind of leaning towards that one. But I also just love the shape of the Ghani one, y'all. Oh, I love it. The belting with the sleeves is doing something for me. So I don't know. Y'all can let me know in the comments. Then we have this stated leather boot from Naked Wolf. It's like kind of chunky, kind of weird, but like a vibe that still goes with a lot of things. I love this color. It's so rich. And I don't feel like the price tag is horrible. One thing you'll see from me, like when it comes to clothing or like ready to wear, like I tend not to go like full blown designer. Like you're not seeing me like, oh, I love this Fendi shirt. I love these Fendi pants. Like I don't really buy I buy more like mid-level things when it comes to clothing just because of like wearability. Like I'm just a girl and I live in Charlotte. Like please, this is not like a runway show. It's like the fashion scene here is like, please don't get me started. Anyway, these Naked Wolf boots are actually not badly priced at all. They're $350. So I also don't think that those are going to be on my wish list for long either. because I really love this color. I think the only thing I'm kind of scared about is the calves. I have very small calves, and so a lot of boots, like knee-high boots, I can't do because it looks like I'm like I can't, it just doesn't work. So I really love these. I think they're fantastic. I did a poll on my stories because I'm in the market for a Mongolian wool coat. In addition to a real fur coat as well, but I don't think that that's something that I would really buy online. That just seems like something it's just too much for me to kind of make a decision on online without knowing like the texture and the quality history of the furrier, the person who made the fur. But I am really loving this one coat, and it won the poll, and I'm like, ooh, I think this is the one I'm gonna get. It's the Deucey Lola fur coat. It mixes like wool with shearling instead of being full shearling. And I think that that's great because I think wool will keep me warmer. Like, I think if I just do a full shearling coat, like a lot of people voted that second, the full shearling coat, it won't keep me warm the way that I want it to. I also don't want it to look like a bathrobe. And sometimes I think those kind of coats teeter the line. So I'm really looking at the Chocolate Lola. This would be probably my most expensive coat to date. Most of my coats are Helsa. That coat is $1,189. Most of my coats, I spend a lot on blazers and like jackets, but like coats, like long maxi coats, I tend to do Helsa, and those are anywhere from $700 to $800. So yeah. And then we have this insane coat. I hope I pronounced this correctly. It's like Dutch. Dries Van Noten. And it's very high on my wish list. But it's like I have to pull the trigger. Like, I love this design so much. I think it is fabulous. The whip stitching, the draping down, it's fantastic. Oh, it's so beautiful. But it's like with the price tag, I'm like, ooh. So it's the Rafaela whip stitched wool blend coat, and the price tag on this bad boy is $4,150. And for some reason, I feel like that's not a lot for a bag because it's like a leather good or like an accessory. But for a coat, for some reason, I get very like, so I don't know. But based on like the colors here, I would have no problem accessorizing this and wearing this so often. I think it's such a statement piece while still being so versatile. I'm going to keep my eye on it, and I pray, like, it's at Nordstrom. I pray that it ends up at like Nordstrom Rack for half off, and I'm going to like whip it up immediately. Also ordered the version of it that's like a blazer. I'll overlay that too. I found it on sale. Like, Nordstrom put it on their designer sale, and it was like $700 when it was usually like, I think like 2 or 3 times that. And I bought it, and then they ended up canceling my order because they ran out. I actually wanted to cry that day. Because I just feel like this blazer is, oh, it's chef's kiss. The coat and the blazer. Dries Van Noten. Definitely a designer that's like new to me, that I'm really getting into more of their designs. And then I'm a Helsa girl. Like, I feel like her pieces are amazing. I love the satin bomber jacket that she has in like this Dijon color. Amazing. I don't know how much I'm gonna wear it, but I think the shoulder pads on it and the satin, like that silhouette and that color, that texture with the satin, like it just checks all the boxes. I think the only reason I hadn't pulled the trigger on it is because I hadn't come up with 3 outfits that I was gonna wear it with. Because the price tag on that I think was something like $450. Let me pull it up again. Let's pull it up again. The price tag is $428. So it's like, it's also cropped. It's like cropped to right underneath your like bust. And sometimes I don't like crop jackets like that. I don't like them too cropped. I don't. But I think it's also because I'm not a very hippie person. So sometimes it can feel like a very large top and then just like skinny, like pencil underneath. You know what I mean? So that's not the type of silhouette I want to create. I'm very intentional about these things now because I've wasted so much money buying things that aren't additive to my like shape and structure. I also love the hunting jacket. I missed it when it was still here, like at Revolve, in stock, but I'm hoping that they'll restock. Love a lady hunting jacket. Love the shape, the texture on the collar. But I also just bought a very similar jacket when I was over in Paris. So it may not make sense to buy two things that are very similar in that way. Because I can also just belt the one that I have and create that shape on my own anyway without having to pay, let's see. I think it was like, okay, without having to pay $400. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. And Helsa is also very known for her like matching sets. I think this set with like the over the shoulder draping in this color Coco Melange is fabulous. The top is collared and then drapes underneath the collar behind you. So as you walk, it like flows. I just think this is so fabulous. I would have to buy it as a set because I don't have anything that I think would like go with this top on its own. It's called the Left Bank Layered Shirt from Helsa, and it's $328. The pants are called the Paper Bag Trouser, and they're $278. So the fit as a whole would be about $60. But I think just like given the design, I could wear it out, not like out, but you know, like dinner and drinks with the girls, or even to work with just like a pair of loafers, like easy. It's just such a versatile piece that also looks extremely comfortable to me because like the back is vented. So I think it's just, this is a vibe. This is a vibe. I think this is going to end up being a vibe. That's pretty much everything. I have also a lot of bags. I have a lot of bags at YSL that I have my eye on, like the Jamie Pichon bag, the Sac de Jour bag of the day bag, their vanity bag. There's a lot that I like at YSL right now, for sure. I also had my eye on this like vintage triple CC shopping tote. It's insane. It's so insane. I think this would also be really beautiful with that chocolate coat. Really beautiful. So I don't know. There's just so many things I have my eye on, and I'm like weighing so many things of like wearability versus cost versus like, you know, like it actually being an interesting piece is going to appreciate in value. There's so many things to think about as a girl. But I also, like I said, really am liking that like Jamie small Pichon bag. And it's $3,800 retail. So that may also be one that if I didn't get the Chanel 25 for some reason, I would get this one. I think that's everything, y'all. Let me know what your favorites were, or if you have things on your wish list that you think based on everything I just said I would like. Yeah, what's missing? Add more. Like, help me. Let's shop together. All right, y'all. I will talk to you soon. This was fun. Thanks for yapping with me. Bye.